Hi, I'm Trey. Welcome to another TrayBakes where Caribbean baking and desserts are made simple. Today I want to share with you the recipe that I use for traditional banana cake. Banana cake is loved right across the Caribbean. Every island has its own version, but what they all have in common is ripe bananas, warm spices and simple ingredients. Today I'm sharing my Caribbean inspired banana cake, and it's packed with flavour, moist and delicious. So let's get baking. You will need 10 ounces of self-raising flour. I'll add the equivalent in cups and grams at the end of the video and in the description. 8 ounces of butter or baking margarine, 7 ounces of white Castor sugar. Castor sugar is finer sugar, so it will mix up easier. And you can change it up and use brown sugar if you prefer. Any sugar is fine as long as it's not granulated or powdered. 4 eggs, size 1 to 2. 2 overripe bananas. Now these I had in the freezer and I've defrosted them at room temperature. Frozen bananas are perfect for a banana cake. And I find putting them in the freezer in a Ziploc bag really enhances the flavour. But of course you don't have to do any of this if you live in the country where nice sweet bananas are on your doorstep. For my spices, I'm using half a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. I'm also using a tablespoon of banana essence, and this is just to really bring out the flavour of the bananas. And this is the equipment that I'm using, but it's not essential. You can use whatever you have to hand. I'm also lining a 6-inch baking tin with parchment, and the reason why I'm doing that is because the cake is going to rise up, so the parchment will accommodate the rise. Crack your eggs into a bowl, and I'm using a handheld mixer, but if you haven't got one, a fork is fine. Now there's no rule that says you have to take out the white stringy bits, it's just a bit of a habit for me. Everything about your cake will be exactly the same, taste, texture, but if you do this step, rinse under cold water. Now back to baking. Mix together your sugar and your baking margarine or butter. And you're only going to mix this lightly, especially if you're using a handheld mixer. We're going to gradually add the eggs, so just a little bit at a time. And then we're going to add some of the flour, and I'm sifting it so that we keep the cake nice and light. And you're going to alternate adding the egg and the flour until it's all combined. Then we're going to add our spices, our banana essence, then mix together. Next we're going to add our bananas. Now if your bananas are really soft like mine, you can use a knife, a spatula, or you can use a spoon. Any way you get them out is fine. Mash them up a bit with a fork and add to the mixture. Add the rest of your flour, preferably on top of the bananas that you've just added. This stops them sinking to the bottom of the cake, making the cake heavy and doughy. And then just a little mix before we add to our baking pan. And this is the kind of consistency that you should be aiming for. Now you can start adding your mixture to your pan. And we're going to bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for a fan oven, 200 degrees for a conventional oven, or gas mark 4. And we're going to bake for about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Some ovens might vary, but normally a good indicator whether a cake is done is when a skewer or a knife comes out clean. Once it's baked and nicely golden on the top, turn it out onto a wide rack to cool. And remove the baking parchment. Your banana cake should feel nice and springy, and if you don't mind a bit of heat, give it a tap and it should sound hollow. And there you have it. Lovely, delicious, moist, and a nice crunchy top. And if I just turn it round, and then you can have a look at what's going on the inside. And just look at that, a beautifully soft and moist Caribbean banana cake packed with banana flavour and warm spices. It's light, it's fluffy, and it's absolutely delicious. It's the perfect way to use up those overripe bananas, and trust me, this one tastes even better with a nice cup of tea. Hope you enjoyed making this delicious Caribbean banana cake with me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for much more TrayBakes. See you on the next recipe.